That's what we discussed. The subject I, listen to this properly. The subject I, the self-illumining consciousness, and I am conscious of the world, but what right I have got to appropriate what I am conscious of, the qualities of what I am conscious of, unto myself. So there is a clean subject-object mix-up here. The body is taken as I, equated as I. I do not say I have a body, I am the body. Therefore I am limited. I am limited by time, I am limited by space, I am limited by objects. Deshataha, vastutaha, kalataha parichinnaha hamasmi. Iti buddhi. Therefore, this sense of inadequacy, with this sense of inadequacy, which is centered on the I, when you relate with the world, there is definitely going to be a thinking in identification. Why? You are trying to become adequate by making everything as mine. If there is a minus in an object, then you cannot desire something which is already yours. Can you desire something? When there is a minus, when you have something as mine, can you desire it again once it has become mine? No. What is not yours, only you can desire. You cannot desire something which is already yours. Therefore, all the time when you relate with the world, with certain objects, with certain people, there is a sense of mineness. And if everything has become mine, then what happens? You become as good as the Lord. You get the mind of the Lord, which you call Hiranyagarbha. Because there is nothing to be desired for at the level of Upadhi. If everything is mine, then how you feel? There is nothing for you to identify yourself. You have become Hiranyagarbha. You have got a mind which is as, I don't say as vast, which doesn't have anything other than itself to desire for. Which doesn't have other than itself to desire for. Therefore, this sense of inadequacy with which, when you relate with the world, there is going to be a kind of thinking in identification with something that is definitely going to bring sorrow. Any association would end up in dissociation. Any association is going to end up in dissociation. Therefore, Arjuna's structure of the mind is not Arjuna's alone. It is the human structure of thinking is based upon this I-ness and minus, and the I-ness in that center, in that place where you have I sense, there the sense of inadequacy is there. That sense of inadequacy is born of mutual subject-object, mutual superimposition. Therefore, I am a jiva, I am a seeker, and the seeker is suffering from the sense of inadequacy. I want to become complete. I cannot stand anything other than I am. If there is something left which I have, which is other than myself, I cannot stand it. Because the meaning of the word I am already free, I am already complete, I am already adequate. I do not know because of the ignorance, so I commit that mistake. Therefore, once the self is complete in itself, until and unless I understand the nature of self as complete, I am free, this style of thinking would remain, which will bring sorrow to me. Therefore, Arjuna could see through this topical issue. Arjuna could see that gaining a kingdom is going to solve my problem. Therefore, Arjuna said, I want peace at all time and at all places. If one kingdom is gained, there are umpteen kingdoms again waiting to be gained. I am not going to become complete. I am not going to become free by gaining one kingdom. Therefore he said, Nahi pravashyami mama apanudyada yachogam Yachhogamuchoshanamindriyanam avapya bhumau asavatnamurtham rajyam suranam apijadhipatyam, by gaining a kingdom which is unrivaled, which is prosperous, but still I don't think this sorrow will go away. And this sorrow is born of what? Born of sense of inadequacy. Why there is sense of inadequacy? The self is taken. There is a mistake committed on the self, wherein I have appropriated the qualities of the non-self. The body, mind, sense complex, which is within time, which is within space, which has got all the qualities, I have appropriated. Therefore, the problem is centered on me, and the solution is also me. Therefore, the self-ignorance is the problem, self-knowledge is the solution. Therefore, Bhagavan started his teaching from the second chapter, 11th verse. He said, Ashocyan anashocastvam prajnavadam sabhashase gadasud agadasulcha na anashocandi pandidaha. There is a three-tier teaching. On the level of Atma, on the level of Anatma, and even at the level of empirical level, Bhagavan is giving, your sorrow is illegitimate. There is no reason to be sad. And Nahi, you are there, you were there before, you are here, you will ever be. I was there, I am here, I will ever be. Therefore, from the empirical order of reality, Lord Krishna is shifting Arjuna's focus on the absolute level of reality, which is free from time and which is your nature. That is the crux of teaching, which Bhagavan begins from the 11th verse, which will be going to see in the coming classes. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.